Are you with me? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. I am a professional intuitive empath, and I love talking about all the things that help us to evolve. So let's get into it. Autodidacts, are you with me? My angels gave me this download a few days ago. I was researching or watching some kind of seminar. I'm always in a perpetual state of learning so that I can bring you guys some good, juicy energy and I can also evolve myself. We must always be doing our work. And this came up being an autodidact. And what I wanted to do was share with you this concept of the fact that any empath is essentially an autodidact, meaning that we learn. And sometimes some of us may seem like we have therapist degrees because we learn in the school of hard knocks, don't we? And so, what I want you to understand is that we are self taught in many ways. So, we learn our lessons about our relationships, about what to do, what not to do, about potential dangers coming in. And that happens right at the beginning stages of our life in usually not healthy family situations where we're learning to transmute other people's energy and decide if we can enter into a situation with safety. So that is what I mean by autodidacts. Are you with me? It's not that we start with this good cushy thing, and it's not that we have an Ivy League education, though some of us in later life do actually end up with that. But our first level of education is just understanding if someone is safe enough or if they will have our back. And I put tools up and music notes and books because we are self taught in that way, and we're all always developing our tools. It's important for you to remember that that is something that is special about you. And not only is it special about you, but it means that the lessons stick and they always come from a place of truth, even if they're painful to you. So it's not going to be a long one today. But it's to say, pat yourself on the back for being an autodidact, for being autodidactic, for being someone who is learning about the universe and about life and about people because of observation and being self taught. Now, the other message here from your angels to you is study to show thyself approved. Yes, it's one thing to do it through osmosis or through energy. We've all maybe had someone in our life who could play the piano and picked it up just by sight reading. Well, sight reading is something that you can do if you are talented. That is a thing to just sight read, be able to really play a piece of music well just by looking at it the first time. But some people can just hear music and they can pick it up and play it. And I had someone, I don't know who it was, but someone asked me what instruments did I play because I had spoken about it in another another live, and I played concert clarinet, and I played alto saxophone in marching band and bari saxophone in jazz band. Now I will say the bari sax I did not play that well. I was pretty okay at alto sax. I was fantastic at clarinet. That was my first instrument. I also play piano. And even took lessons as an adult later in life, not just as a kid. I took them as a kid too, but I did them later in life as well. Now, here's the thing, and I'm still not brilliant at that by any stretch of the imagination, but I can jump on and play a good old round of Heart and Soul. Heart and Soul. I fell in love with you, heart and soul. You said you love me too, and we ba-dum bum bum with a little bit of blue moon interspersed. Blue moon, I saw you standing alone. Yeah, all that. But and I could do some other stuff too, and I could read music. That's one of the wonderful things about figuring out how to do any skill set. And I was taught that. That was not an autodidactic skill, definitely. But my interpersonal and emotional and empathy skills are autodidactic. And I am self taught in a lot of other things as well. But with music, I definitely had teachers and tutors and the rest of it. And I had piano teachers, especially outside of school and extracurricular and all that stuff. You do what you need to do for you to be able to learn a little something that matters for you. But when it comes to our skill sets interpersonally, psychologically and socially, it's important to pick up a couple few books. It's important to seek out a few quote unquote gurus, meaning people that are good at what you are needing the skill set in. And what I usually do is I ask for my angels to bring it in. That's where my best lessons have come from, is when my angels literally put something in my face or put a new teacher in my way that is bringing in the lesson. I believe that as we go through our life, we have different angelic help that cycles in for us, that teaches us the next lesson that we need. need. So when I was doing an art show, I felt particularly inspired in certain directions, and I would go in that way. And it was because I was being given muses that were teaching me about how I could bring forward whatever the art or the thing is that I needed to bring forward. When I've been going through heartbreak, I've had teachers that have come in and healed me. I've talked about that here, Joanna Jinton specifically, who is a YouTuber, and she is not at all a YouTuber that deals with heartbreak. Um, Oh my God, Just Siri. Good morning. So nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Just says, hey, I'm getting ready for work, but I wanted to say hi. I need to catch up on your golden content. Oh, Jess, you're so sweet. Thank you for joining me. I'm like literally, it's like seeing an old friend when I see Jess. She's always so faithful. God bless you, Jess, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Um, but what I will say is that we are self-taught, a lot of us empaths, right? And I was talking about Joanna Jinton. Joanna Jinton does not specialize in heartbreak, but my angels gave her to me, and that's why I'm saying when you are an autodidact, things will come your way to help you learn a lesson if you're not going to go to university. And they gave her to me a few years ago when I was going through a heartbreak. It was a cold winter. It was all that Kanye stuff. It was 808s of heartbreak for me, and I was so devastated because my sweet empath energy didn't see something coming. And Joanna Jinton, in creating and being authentic to her expression, created music and created imagery of the frozen tundra where she lives in Sweden, where I absolutely lost myself and then found myself. I healed because that was the teacher and the guru that was given to me. And I promise you, this is not a person that is talking about love and relationships. So it's interesting. You have to be open to that empath. There will be different ways that you get information brought in and different people that will teach you lessons. The crappy childhood fairy is someone I talk about a lot here, who is fan freaking tastic for those of us that have gone through narcissistic abuse or don't understand our love styles or our codependency issues. She is teaching and breaking down exactly what you need to. And I spent months with her, and it was beautiful, and she healed a lot of things for me. And sometimes when I need a new lesson, she pops back in. So yes, we are autodidactic and self-taught, but yes, we also have tutors that come in their own way. And I want you to be receptive to that and listen to what they have to say. Pay attention to whom you're guided to, but also give yourself credit, empath, because we are the first self-teachers, the first self-starters, and the first persons that actually start to investigate about our health mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I'm so proud of you. I'm proud that you're part of the crew. I'm proud that you show up here in the morning. Macinius, Just Theory, and everybody else. I am so happy to share energy with you, but we are amongst the special tribe, autodidactics, and that's how we stayed alive. Because in order to get better and in order to survive, we were sometimes the only one that were there to teach ourselves. And I want you to give yourself credit because no one else could do what you do. Empath, you saved you. So many times we are abandoned. That is our origin story, by people who do not see our worth and people who treat us extremely poorly. And we pull ourselves out of that time and time again until we finally figure out what the lesson is. We self-teach. And then we move on, and then we go on to teach others. That's what Maya Angelou says. When you learn, teach, and when you teach, learn. And that's why I'm in a perpetual state of constant giving and sharing and receiving from you, because that is what I commit my life to do. When you're an autodidact, you will want to teach. You will want to share with other people. And it's lovely to know that we are insular in that way. Kind of like frogs that like can both procreate, and they are, what are they considered, asexual. Energetically, we don't need a lot of people, and that is not necessarily something to be proud of, but it came from necessity, right? And it probably came from not being treated properly or loved in ways that we needed. And so we gave a lot of that to ourselves. And I want to just acknowledge that and exalt it for you because it's something powerful that you do. But I also want you to know that you do have a tribe. There are people here that love you and that wish you to have the best life. They only want to see you thrive. I am one of them. If no one's told you that lately and you've been doing it all by yourself, yes, there's something to be said for being an autodidact. There's something to be said for being intergalactic and getting your information from planetary alignments and from your angels and ancestors and from things that can't be defined by society or in the matrix. But there is something to be said that you are loved, being loved, knowing that other humans do see you, love you, and know the struggle that you've been through in order to be self-taught, in order to survive, in order to stay alive. I'm giving you the biggest parasocial hug I love you guys. Continue to do your self-teaching work and teach others about your hurts and about your wins and about the things that didn't make you feel right and about the things that brought you the brightest light. That, my empath and earth angels, is literally the assignment. That's what we're here to do. And you define it however you want to. But being an autodidact is part of your origin story. And I am so fucking proud of you. All right, come back and join me next time, guys. And we will continue to evolve together.